Hey everyone, Marathon Hurdler here, back with some more Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we crashed into Fisherman's Horizon, played some cards, met with the mayor, and we're getting ready to leave, or we're getting ready to meet Headmaster Sid to see if we could get our garden repaired, only to find that Galbadian soldiers had attacked were attacking us, and now we've got to go save Mayor Doby from getting himself killed, because he's a pacifist, and will refuse to fight back no matter what. So it's up to us to protect him. And just so you know, you can run into enemy encounters here if you do not have the encounter none ability equipped. So you want to make sure you have that equipped. One thing I want to double check before we move on is I want to make sure I have a couple break spells across my characters. And if you don't, you might want to modify a cockatrice card and make sure you have some break spells, because we're going to be fighting some enemies in a minute who can't be carded, but we'll have to take. But who, if we kill them, will give us experience. So I'm just going to double check my setup now, but I'm thinking about this, make sure I have everyone with the magic command. Alright, perfect. Another thing to point out is if you happen to have the mug ability, and I've been saying this just about every boss fight, you might want to make sure you have that equipped now, because there will be a useful item that you can steal later if you have the mug ability. But yeah, we may have, but now it seems like we've caught up with Mayor Doby, so let's hear what's going on. Yeah, seriously, what do they want with this guy if they're after us? I wonder what they're talking about. Alone? Wait a minute. We know Alone. She just left 2 seconds ago. Well, that seems unnecessary. I don't doubt that you have, but it doesn't sound like the Galbadians care much. Yeah. Jeez. Rule with an iron fist, I suppose. I mean, your groveling is not helping, buddy. I mean, this doesn't seem like pacifism as much as it seems like begging. Well, that's no good. So I suppose we should do something about it. Now, you can choose to listen a little bit longer, but it does yield a little funny dialogue, but not that serious. Yeah, they're going to complain either way, but they really complain if you don't agree to help now. So, yeah, let's go ahead and deal with whatever's going on down here. Yeah, you might want to let him go. Jeez. Are you alright, Mayor Doby? Yeah, you're in for it now, buddy. The Ironclad. Yeah, man, we don't want to have to fight, but we really have no choice. And I thought about editing out this video, but you know what? I'm actually not going to edit it out, just because it's not really a boss fight, but it's kind of a boss fight. It's forced encounter, so nothing too fancy here, but I figured I'd go ahead and show off that I am just using the break spell here, and that it does work against these enemies. So that, yeah, in case you were wondering, because it does seem like it might be kind of a boss fight, it does work. So, nothing too fancy. Our magic stats are high enough to where break should work. I'm not sure about this, but I do think your magic stat relative to your enemies does matter when you're casting status ailments, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just a fixed resistance percentage, but at any rate, as you can see, nothing too fancy here. Straightforward boss, or not, straightforward forced encounter, cast break, we're not going to get any experience, done and done. You also don't get AP for this, which is why I don't generally recommend using break if you can avoid it, but for humanoid enemies, you really don't have much of a choice because there is no card or you can't use the card ability against them. Wait, those soldiers weren't it? What is that thing? It's kind of far off, so it's hard to tell. Wait a minute. It's that thing that we destroyed earlier. It's that big machine that we destroyed at the Galbadian missile base. I wonder how did it survive long enough to make it here? At any rate, this is our next boss fight. I don't know how we know that, but okay, yeah. But it's the BGH 251F2. We fought it once before, and now we're fighting it again. As you can see, let's see what this last spell here that they've got. Yeah, so they got Stop, Shell, and Protect. Nothing worthwhile. We'll get plenty of opportunities to get Shell and Protect. If you don't have it, I mean, maybe you want to pick it up here, but I'm not worried about it. One thing that I will point out is that if you have the Mug command, you can steal an Adamantine from this enemy, and that's going to be useful for a couple reasons. One, it allows you to it's usable for 3, if you need it as a component for 3 of the ultimate weapons. And one thing that I think I mentioned before, but you will need to get all the ultimate weapons in order for this max stats routine that we're using to work. If you just use the basic weapons, you'll need either some stat up items, or you'll have to give up an extra slot to get a strength, to use one of the strength plus 40, 60, whatever, to get max stats. And we don't want that, so you're going to need the Adamantine for that reason. Another useful part of the Adamantine is that it features the Vitality plus 60 ability, which will obviously be nice when we're trying to max out our stats. But we can actually modify a card to get 10 of them later, which will be more than enough for our needs, so I'm not worried about stealing it here, but if you wanted to spend the time to learn Mug earlier, you can. And for defeating him, we get 8 missiles, 20 AP, and I forgot to set Leviathan's ability, I think. No, I didn't. I think I did it last episode. No, we're fine. And even if I didn't, like I said in the last couple episodes, there will be a place where we'll get to we'll have an opportunity to gain AP in a pretty efficient fashion in the near future. And, well, what do you know? It turns out our crew was still in there. I don't know why they were in there or why they attacked us from within the machine, but it is good to know they're all safe. Yeah, even Squall's excited. You never see Squall get that excited. Yeah, it's really good to see all you guys. Oh, yeah, a lot's gone down. It's going to be way too hard to explain. But yeah, the basics are the garden is safe. You guys kind of did your job. Not really. But yeah, I really want to know how you ended up in that machine. Wait, what? No. Let's not save it for later. I want to know now. Fine. Yeah, take him back to the garden. Sid wants me to look around, so I should probably finish that up before we get out of here. Now, I think before we take off, there's a little cutscene that we can get. Yep, we can talk to Mayor Dobie and... Nope. Oh, we gotta talk to Renoa first, then we can talk to Mayor Dobie. That's order of events. Screw that one up there, but... Yeah. I mean, I'm not a monster. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I was really glad to see them. Yeah, I'm not some heartless monster. Why are you telling me this? Clearly I already know. Or maybe I don't know. Yeah, I think you know why, Squall. Yeah, you know. You know. I will say, this is, you know, in terms of seeing these two develop as a relationship or develop as a couple, it's, and this is kind of spoiler, but it was always, when I first played the game the first couple of times, it was hard to see how the relationship developed. But if you bring Renoa with you to the garden, you can at least see where people might assume that the two of them kind of like each other and whatnot. So, yeah. I can't remember how it goes if Renoa was part of the team that went to Galbadia, but whatever. I guess I did. Whatever. Oh, yeah, I want you to understand us. Seriously, I want nothing more than for there to be peace. No, you're doing okay, Squall. Try to continue. Don't we all? Exactly, even though I'd be out of a job then. Precisely. Well, maybe not that, but when they're threatening to burn our town down, it's kind of hard to be patient. Yeah, exactly. When they're not willing to listen, what do you do? It really is inevitable. I mean, it's sad. I hate war. I am as anti-war as anyone. I never see a purpose for war. That said, I do understand why at times countries feel like they need to engage in violence if they're being attacked by another country. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it'd be great if people didn't instigate war. But if someone's threatening to burn your town down, at some point it's kind of like, I just want to not die or have my town burned down. But no, you certainly never want to instigate violence. Alright, so nothing new here. We're going to come back here in a second. There's some stuff that we can show off then. But for now, let's continue on. And before we completely finish, or before we completely leave this area for good, there are a couple little things that we can check out. And the first thing we want to do is head back over to this kid here, the not so talented fisherman, and see how he's doing. See if he's made any more progress in his quest to become a great fisherman. Alright, let's see what you got. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Well, you never want to underestimate this kid. Wait. Well, hey now. It looks like he's done alright. He's finally got it down. That's awesome. Great, you can finally see your master. Will do. And that's actually what we want to do next. We're going to go back and... Really? You're complaining? He almost choked you before. Now you're complaining it was too boring? I will never understand people. I really will never get it. But anyway, let's go ahead and catch up with the Master Fisherman and let him know that his star pupil is finally making some progress. And now, if you haven't done all the card stuff, I think you can do it now. I'm not sure. I've never actually tried to get Quetzalcoatl at this point. Certainly, once we leave, there'll be a chance to come back, at which point we can get the cards, but... Oh. I mean, a lot happened between now and then. We almost got killed. Yeah, okay. I did. Please stop talking. Just let me go up. I mean, I was trying to let you know I wanted to go up. There we go. Yeah, runaway squall. Anything to get away from this guy faster. Noxious. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't recognize your face, but at the same time, no need to harass me for a solid minute about it. And I wonder what Irving's doing there. That is him, right? I recognize that cowboy hat anywhere. Oh, let's go talk to him and see what's going on. Oh, or we can walk. Well, let's walk over here to him and figure out what's going on. Awesome. Good to know. Is that why you came to talk to me? What do you want? Oh boy. Asking me for more favors. Like what? I don't think they're gonna fix your gun, Irving. They're pacifists. Yeah, don't ask for too much. We don't want to be greedy. Is that all you wanted? Alright, looks like that was all he wanted. But now what we want to do is climb down this ladder again. I keep calling it an elevator, but we want to climb down the ladder, and did a much better job this time of navigating that ladder than I did last time. But yeah, we want to climb down the ladder and go back to see the fisherman again. So we're going to head over there. Then we want to climb up this ladder, and this is going, knock on wood, remarkably smoother than last time. And knowing me now, I'm going to get completely stuck on this last ladder. Hey, look at that. I mean, I barely got stuck on any of them. It's almost as if I'm becoming semi-competent at doing this. Alright, Mr. Fisherman, time to let you know about your star pupil. Yeah, he does. Why do you enjoy people who harass me? Seriously. You are teasing me, jerk. Yeah, what's so funny? Ah, not this again. You're as bad as Renoa. Yeah, leave me alone. I'm 18. It's not my time yet. See, I've told you about this. This is one of those recurring themes in the game where they talk about, like, old people versus young people, and it's like all these old people are just, like, full of regret and wistfully remembering times gone by and wishing for the past, and Squall gets really annoyed with it because it's like, oh, this is, why are you bugging me with your regrets, and old people are the worst. And it's like, first of all, I mean, these old people aren't really that, I mean, they don't seem that old. I mean, the fisherman, maybe he looks a little bit older, but that newspaper editor, he wasn't that old. And yeah, maybe they didn't realize all their dreams and everything, but I don't know. It's, so yeah, I think we need to go to the inn if we want to meet up with them. Alright, I'll decide. But yeah, I think we want to go to the inn next. But yeah, it's like, first of all, these guys weren't that old. Secondly, they're still doing semi-cool things. I mean, one's an editor of a newspaper, and the other is a master fisherman in town. It's like, I mean, it's not as if these guys are like, you know, shelling out to corporate or something, or, I don't know, doing some dead-end job and trying to raise like a family of 5 kids on a lower class income or something. I mean, they've got pretty solid lives. It's kind of hard to see them complain. And again, Squall is 18. It's not as if he's in a position to be, I mean, I know this game and the trope of JRPGs is once you're 16, you're basically an adult and ready to do everything. But realistically, most people at 18 aren't doing anything, so I don't know. Anyway, we're going to head to the inn, and maybe we can learn a little bit more about this guy's life story and understand what regrets he might have, or learn more about this place in general. Fortunately, we do have to walk all the way there and back. The one thing I will say I like about Final Fantasy VIII, though, compared to some other games, is that most of the areas aren't that big. It's most of the towns and the dungeons are only like a couple of screens, or a couple screens large. There are a couple of dungeons later in the game which are a bit larger, and Disc 3 we will see some larger areas, but for the most part everything is pretty manageable, and especially with Encounter None, it makes life a lot easier. As opposed to like Final Fantasy 5 or 6, where the dungeons were a bit bigger, but then you also had what else? But also you had a high encounter rate. Yeah, now we want to talk to the Master Fisherman and learn more about Fisherman's Horizon. Alright. Let me know what you got. Huh. Who is that? Oh, it's Mayor Doby. So he really was a pacifist once upon a time. Those clothes are interesting, though. Estar, we're learning more about this place. That town across the railroad tracks. Hmm. He put himself on the line trying to save Esther. I mean, I heard a little bit about it. What about it? What's going on? He looks like he's preaching about something, but maybe no one's listening to him. I did not hear that. So everyone hears from Estar, as most people do. Ah, so this is where the story of regret comes in. Well, unfortunately, that happens a lot when you're building a new state or a new nation. It or any organization really. It's not just at a national level, but really most organizations they have these grand ambitions and dreams, but then you realize in order to realize those dreams, you kind of have to sell out a little bit, and then once you start selling out, it's hard to go back to where the way things were. And you get so focused on just trying to get to a place where you can achieve your dreams that you lose those dreams in the process. And maybe that's just me sounding bitter, but I will say that is fairly um, fairly accurate. Well, if you're passionate about something, I can't blame you for feeling that strongly about it. He Estar has changed, huh? I wonder why that is. A little bit. It's built on dreams, better than being built on tears of on the tears of labor. So why not? Where are we going? All right, I'll follow you. Now, I think regardless of what you, I think regardless of what you say to him there, you still get. It's like a little item you get for talking to this guy, and I think you get that regardless. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But why not show off the rest of this cutscene though? So we're just gonna follow the fisherman, see him in action. Apparently, everyone likes him here. He was saying that, or his master was saying that, or his pupil was saying that people thought of him as being a fool, but this doesn't look like a guy people think is a fool. He's got the ladies all over him. I don't know. We've been here for a while, and you've been drunk the entire time. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. Alcoholism is no good. It is good that you're still alive, though. You should probably cut back on the alcohol. It'll kill your liver. Yeah, so now we go catch up with the fisherman again. If I can get around this lady. There we go. Lots going on. Everyone keeps calling him boss. It's been a while, apparently. Yeah, clearly this guy is not the fool that everyone, or that his pupil tried to make him out to be. Hey, shopkeeper's here. He's excited to see him. Clearly something went down. A former colleague. Yeah, weapon shop. Yep. The brat. Yeah, he is. He's almost choking people with his fishing line. At least they agree on something. Now we see the truth come out. Well, it's all in good fun, huh? So let's talk to the fisherman one more time. Yeah, this does seem like a relaxing town. And do we talk to everyone? You talk to everyone else? So he was a technical guy. Wow. That's cool. And see, this is why I don't understand um, why they make him seem like he's got all this regret. I mean, he led a group of people from a country to build their dreamland somewhere else. That's pretty cool. Even if you didn't change Estar, that's still a big impact, and people really respect him. I don't think he's got anything to be regretful of at all. Is that so? Huh. Wait, what? Yeah, it's all in good fun. Nope. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Why did you come up with the name? What? Wow. And you never asked? Well, that's disappointing. And... well, it is a cool name. Yeah, that's cool. I think that's a good meaning. Yeah, sure you did. You're not fooling anyone with that routine. We'll agree with them. You only say that. You're only saying that because I agree with you. No, you didn't. You only figured that out 2 seconds ago. No, we should get some help going back. That might speed things up. That's so. There's a way to get here without using the lifts. Yeah, we're important guests of the boss. Yeah, there it is. So you do have to come. So you do have to agree to meet with him over here to get the item, but it doesn't matter what you say at the end. You can either agree with him or not agree with him, and you'll still get the Mega Elixir. Not like it really matters, because, as with most things in this game, the Triple Triad basically makes getting most of these items moot, because we'll have access to all the elixirs and even Mega Elixirs that we'll need by the end of the game. But anyway, now that we're done, it's time to head back to the garden and do a little, or what? I don't know what we're doing. I guess Irving's going to tell us what he wants us to do. Am I, though? Really? Fine. Fine. Yeah, where is she? Hanging out by the stage, at the stage by the quad. Alright, well, I don't think we're going to actually go see her right now, because there's a long list of long string of cutscenes and other things that come up after that, and this episode is getting to be around 30 minutes, so I think this is a... Wait, what's up, Irving? Well, they are engineers, and the Garden is a big ship, so... yeah. I mean, what else were you expecting? But I would think that you would have an idea. Don't ask, Wall. Anyway, as I was saying, this episode is clocking in at right around 30 minutes, which I think is a perfect length for an episode. So, what I'm going to do now is, I think I'm going to end the episode here, and next time I'll just meet you in front of the quad. So I'm going to head back to the dorms now and save my game, and next time I'll just meet you either right in front of the quad or in the quad, depending on when the cutscene actually begins. So until next time, this has been Marathon Hurler. I want to thank you as always for checking out my videos, and hopefully I will see you next time.